Hello and welcome back. Another day, another logic and reasoning challenge. I hope you tried out the set. That is my basic assumption before joining the discussion. Not only tried it out and most likely managed it well also. Not a very difficult set, but we'll run through all the processes and revise our core ideas nonetheless, right? And the story is quite straightforward. A tea taster was assigned to rate teas from 6 different locations, and the locations were Munnar, Wayanad, Ooty, Darjeeling, Assam, and Himachal. And they were put in 6 different cups numbered 1 to 6. So we have cup 1, cup 2, cup 3, cup 4, cup 5, and cup 6. And they were given a rating from anywhere between 1 to 10. Everyone got a unique integer rating, so everyone got a different rating. And also a tip would be, instead of thinking of 1-10, put up all the numbers in front of your eyes so that your deduction making process is easier, right? So 1 to 10 are the possible ratings. These are my 6 cities, those are my 6 cups, and I know my basic process. As I read the rules, I will connect these pieces of information together, make one deduction, combine the rules, make even more deductions, and the table will be full in no time. There's no table right now, but just the whole matching and everything will be done in no time. So I start the story. Cup 6 contains tea from Himachal. Cup 6 contains tea from Himachal. So I have a very good starting pair. This pair also tells me that cup 6 is now ruled out for any of the other cities. So if I get any other piece of information about, let's say, Ooty, which is happening in the second rule, tea from Ooty got the highest rating, but it was not in cup 3. So a couple of pieces. Ooty is the highest and it is not in cup 3. I also know it is not in cup 6, right? So a very small deduction. And our big challenges are made up of these kind of very small deductions. So this is what we have to master, right? So tea from Ooty got the highest rating, but it was not in cup 3. I have captured that information. Next rule said the rating of tea in cup 3 was double the rating of tea in cup 5. Great. Cup 3 is equal to twice of cup 5. Not a problem there. This is not showing me much right now, so just capture the rule. Look at the next information. Only 2 cups got ratings in even numbers. So out of those 6 cups, only 2 are even. I know C3 definitely is even. Why? Because C3 is 2 into something. Whatever C5 is, whether even or odd, C3 definitely is going to be even. So I used this rule, looked at the previous rule, and I got one more piece of information, or let's say a little more insight about the numbers. The next rule said cup 2 got the minimum rating and this rating was an even number. So if I am thinking of 2 even cups, I already know C3 is going to be even, and now it has very clearly told me that C2 is also even. That tells me that C5 is definitely odd. So just playing back and forth with the rules, not leaving one rule behind, always keeping in front of you and seeing what else can I conclude from the new information, right? So cup 2 got the minimum rating and this rating was an even number. So cup 2 is the lowest, can't be 1, can be 2, or maybe can be 4. So let me stick with the story, it's 2. Because if it is 4, because if I keep C2 as 4, the other cup, the other even cup will have to be either 6 or 8 or 10. And if it is 6, then cup number 5 will have to be 3, which can't be, so it can't be 6. If it is 8, cup number 5 will have to be 4, which again can't be true. If it is 10, it can't be 10 because cup 3 is not the highest cup. I know Ooty is the highest and C3 was already ruled out here. So I've gone very, very fast here. Maybe hit pause, rewind, or deduce it for yourself that I can definitely say that cup 2 starts with 2, or the rating for cup 2 is 2. It can't be 4. Why can't it be 4? It's better if you, in fact, better if you don't understand what I'm saying and work it out for yourself, right? I hope you do that. So with this cup 2 locked in, let me start thinking about C5 and C3. Let me start trying out the options. C5 can be 3 and C3 in that case will be 6. Not a problem. C5 can be 3 and C3 will become 6. I don't see any rules being broken. Try one more number, you will always understand better. Can C5 be 4? No, not at all, because it has to be an odd number, can't be an even number. Can it be 5? If it is 5, C3 will become 10, it will become the highest rated T, so it can't be 5 because C3 is not the highest rated T. That means I'm left with only these two options, and what a great progress. Now maybe start capturing the information. I know cup 2 is value, I know the value for cup 2 is 2, I know the value for cup 3 is 6, I know the value for cup 5 is 3. So suddenly a lot of great progress has happened. I have one more rule after this. It says T in cup 3 got a higher rating than in cup 1. So cup 3 is greater than cup 1. So think about it. We have 6 as cup 3, and I'm thinking of possible values. What are the possible values left? It can't be 4 because only C2 and C3 are even numbers. It can't be 3 because the rating of 3 has been taken over by cup 5. That means cup 1 has to have a value of 5. So great, one more very clear piece of information, that cup 1 is equal to 5. Now use this information and come to a conclusion about UT, because you know UT is highest, C1 is not highest, so C1 is also ruled out. C3 was already ruled out, C6 was already ruled out, C2 is also ruled out because C2 is minimum. C5's value is 3, not the highest value, so C5 is also ruled out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are ruled out. Who is left? C4 is left, and you have, actually now you can answer one of the questions. The second question was, what was the number of the cup that contained T from UT? This point you can answer immediately right now, that the cup from UT was cup number 4. And once you have figured out that UT and cup 4 go together, think about the rating of cup 4. You have already gone up to cup 3 and up to the value of 6. So you're only left with 7, 8, 9. 8 is ruled out definitely because there are only 2 even numbers. So now you are left with 7 or 9. So okay, maybe UT's or the cup 4 value or ranking is rating is 7. But if I put cup 4 as 7, there is another cup 6 which I haven't placed anywhere. 1 is ruled out, 2 is ruled out, 3 is gone, 4 can't be because of even, 5 and 6 are gone, 7 you're saying is C4, so there is no place for the Himachal Cup. That means C4 has to go to ranking of 9. That means the ranking or rating for C4 is 9, and ranking for C6 then in that case has to be 7. So I've got all the rankings, I've got a lot of work done. I haven't matched a lot of cities and cups. But do not get stuck there. Perhaps the question is not about that at all. There was one more piece of information that I want to work with, and it said Wayanad was more than Munnar but less than Assam. So Wayanad was more than Munnar but less than Assam. So just made some space to capture this in order. So I know the cups, and I can put the names also, and these are my ratings, and I know highest went to UT and the second highest is Himachal. This rule says that this is the order of things. What this tells me is that it can't be Assam, this can't be Assam, this can be Assam, this can be Assam. Why? Because Assam is greater than both Munnar and Wayanad at the very least. So he can't be the lowest two positions, he can be the third position, fourth position, etc. That is the only conclusion that you can make from this piece of information, but nothing beyond that. So now just best to go towards the question. Second question we have already solved. What was the number of the cup that contained T from UT, and that is C4. Question number 1 was, what was the second highest rating given? Second highest rating given is 7, and it is given to Himachal, if somebody was asking that. Now the third question started with, if the T from Munnar did not get the minimum rating. That means you have this rule with you. Now further information is given from the question. So clean this up. You know these are your rankings, and you also know Himachal and UT. This piece of information says Munnar did not get the minimum rating. That means Munnar is not here. But Munnar has to be behind Wayanad and Assam. And there are only 3 spaces left. That means this has to be the order. Wonderful. So there was nothing to be scared about in case you don't get the complete picture in the beginning. That is the only CAT level extra challenge happens in almost all questions, that okay, I will not show you the whole picture. Lot of people get stuck there itself because all of us are used to fixed answers, very clear pictures. So I hope by now we are already over that trauma. And the moment I combine it with the question, everything is worked out. So now the question is, what was the rating of tea from Wayanad? I know the rating of tea from Wayanad is 5, or the answer should be option 2. So that's it. I'm going to stop with the set right now. One question as usual always left for you. Drop in your problems in the comment section if there are any, or submit your solutions or steps of what you thought about the problem or what you think about life and weather as such. But we are done with this set and we are done with this mini session. I'll see you soon with another challenge.